Baseball doesn't judge greatness by one spectacular night. It tests every superstar through moments of silence, those frustrating stretches when the headlines begin to fade, the home runs stop coming, and every at-bat creates another question. Over the past few games, Shohei Ohtani found himself in exactly that situation. He was still making solid contact, still contributing to the Dodgers in different ways, but the explosive swings that had thrilled millions of fans were suddenly missing. Baseball analysts started searching for explanations. Opposing pitchers believed they had finally discovered a way to slow him down. Meanwhile, the Dodgers needed more than consistency, they needed a spark. They needed their biggest superstar to remind everyone why he remains one of the most feared hitters in the game. And on one unforgettable night, Ohtani answered in the most dramatic way imaginable. The recent stretch had been unusual by Ohtani's extraordinary standards. Every game brought fresh expectations, yet each quiet performance only fueled more discussion across baseball. Television analysts broke down his mechanics frame by frame. Former players debated whether pitchers had finally adjusted to his approach. Fans remained patient, believing that it was only a matter of time before their superstar reminded the league exactly who he was. Inside the Dodgers clubhouse, however, there was never a hint of panic. His teammates understood something that statistics alone could never explain. Players like Shohei Ohtani don't stay quiet for long. When the moment arrives, they don't simply return, they return with something unforgettable. For Ohtani, the pressure was nothing new. Ever since arriving in Major League Baseball, he has carried expectations that few athletes have ever experienced. Every swing, every pitch, and every performance is analyzed by millions of fans around the world. When he dominates, people call him the greatest player of his generation. When he has a few quiet games, the same people begin wondering whether something has changed. That constant spotlight would overwhelm most athletes, but Ohtani has built his career by remaining calm when everyone else loses patience. He understands that baseball is a game of adjustments, and he has never allowed outside criticism to change his approach. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Dynamic Baseball, turn on notifications, and never miss the biggest MLB stories, legendary home runs, and unforgettable Shohei Ohtani moments. Every week, we bring you premium baseball documentaries that take you beyond the headlines and inside the moments that define the game. The Dodgers entered the game carrying more pressure than usual. Every championship contender experiences periods when the offense searches for rhythm, and Los Angeles was looking for someone to set the tone immediately. There is a reason Dave Roberts continues trusting Shohei Ohtani in the leadoff spot. One swing from number 17 can instantly transform the energy of an entire lineup. When Ohtani reaches base, confidence spreads through the dugout. When he drives the ball with authority, every hitter behind him becomes even more dangerous. The Dodgers weren't simply hoping for a fast start, they were counting on their biggest star to provide it. As batting practice ended and the stadium lights illuminated the field, the atmosphere inside Dodger Stadium became electric. Thousands of fans filled the seats wearing Ohtani jerseys, many holding their phones high above their heads, hoping to capture another historic moment. Across the diamond, the opposing pitcher walked slowly around the mound, trying to calm his nerves. He knew exactly who would be leading off the game. Against most hitters, one mistake might result in a single or a double. Against Shohei Ohtani, one mistake could instantly become the biggest highlight of the night. The first inning finally arrived. The crowd grew quieter. The catcher flashed the sign. The pitcher nodded. He took a deep breath and began his motion. The baseball exploded from his fingertips, racing toward the strike zone. For a split second, everything looked completely ordinary. Then came the crack. The sound exploded through the stadium with unmistakable authority. It wasn't the sound of an ordinary base hit. It was the sound every baseball fan instantly recognized, the sound of perfect contact. Ohtani never admired the swing for long. He knew, the pitcher knew, the outfielders knew. The baseball rocketed deep into the night sky as the crowd rose almost simultaneously. Television cameras raced to follow its towering flight, while the Dodgers' dugout erupted before the ball even landed. The ball continued carrying farther and farther toward right field. The outfielders took only a few steps before stopping completely, turning around to watch it disappear beyond the wall. There was nothing they could do except admire the incredible power behind the swing. Measuring approximately 432 feet, the leadoff blast disappeared into the seats, becoming Shohei Ohtani's 23rd home run of the season, and immediately giving the Dodgers the early momentum they had desperately needed. The stadium erupted into absolute chaos. Commentators could barely contain themselves. First swing of the night, and it's gone. Shohei Ohtani has just crushed his 23 RD home run of the season, a 432-foot leadoff blast. This is exactly what the Dodgers needed from their superstar. Inside the dugout, players erupted with smiles and applause as Ohtani calmly rounded the bases. The frustration surrounding his recent quiet stretch disappeared in an instant. Fans high-fived complete strangers. Children pointed toward the outfield in disbelief. Every replay shown on the giant scoreboard seemed even more impressive than the last. Slow-motion cameras captured the perfect timing of his swing, the explosive bat speed, and the effortless power that only a handful of players in baseball history have ever possessed. As Ohtani stepped onto home plate, he simply smiled and exchanged high fives with his teammates. There was no dramatic celebration, no emotional outburst. That quiet confidence has always been one of his greatest strengths. While others celebrate with elaborate gestures, Ohtani allows his performance to speak louder than words. One swing had already answered every question that surrounded him before the game even began. For the Dodgers, the timing of the home run could not have been more important. Championship teams depend on players capable of changing the direction of a game with one swing, and Ohtani reminded everyone why he remains the centerpiece of Los Angeles' World Series ambitions. Beyond the statistics, he gave his teammates confidence, energized the fans, and forced the opposing team onto the defensive from the very first inning. Those are the qualities that separate great players from true superstars. As Ohtani calmly left the field after another memorable performance, one message echoed throughout Dodger Stadium. Greatness is never defined by a few quiet games. It is defined by how a player responds when the pressure is highest and the doubts become loudest. Once again, Shohei Ohtani answered every question with his bat. His 23rd home run wasn't just another highlight. It was a statement to the entire baseball world that the game's biggest superstar remains as dangerous as ever. And when the Dodgers need him most, Shohei Ohtani always finds a way to deliver. What did you think of Ohtani's incredible 432-foot leadoff home run? Do you think he's on his way to another historic MVP season? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Dynamic Baseball, turn on notifications, and share this video with every baseball fan who loves watching Shohei Ohtani make history. We'll see you in the next one.